Welcome to this Umass Lowell Life. Each week we talk about a different topic relating to a typical day. This week's topic is neighbors. We all have neighbors, some good, some bad, and some downright crazy.
For this episode, we will explore the stories of three individuals as they describe their interactions with their neighbors. First, we will hear from Collin with his relationship with his roommates. Jake will describe his high school's competition with neighboring towns. And Tony will conclude the program with his interactions with his floor mates.
This week's program was written by Collin Stankard, Tony Lee, and Jake Ingraham.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Part 1. Our Neighbors That Live With Us. As college students, most of us choose to live with our fellow classmates in dorms on campus. I happen to live in a quad dorm on the 15th floor of Fox Hall. I live with 3 other guys, all with their own personalities. All of us have to figure out how to live comfortably, even though most of the time we piss each other off. One roommate of mine gets drunk every weekend and can be loud in ridiculous hours of the night when the rest of us are sleeping. He has large speakers and enjoys screamo music, which frankly I can't stand listening to. He has a good sense of humor and always draws out other people to enjoy spending time in our room, making our room the social hub of our floor. My other roommate prefers to smoke marijuana quite often in his free time, challenging the law and authority. I respect him very highly, but like any other college roommate, he sometimes gets on my nerves. He sees no point in trying in his hard classes, and thus has decided to be a business major. My third roommate is very smart, and is very similar to me, as he doesn't drink or smoke. His third roommate hardly leaves the room and enjoys playing computer games. He has sometimes missed classes due to computer games and procrastinates like crazy, but still is a really hard worker and always pushes out really good grades. All 3 roommates drive me nuts, and I'm not the perfect person like any of them would be, but somehow I still find a way to deal with the neighbors that live with me 8 out of the 12 months of the year.
Part 2. Our rivaling neighbors. My high school has a huge rivalry with a neighboring high school. Whenever any sports are played between the 2 schools, some incident is bound to happen. Freshman year, after a soccer game, kids from the other high school tried to fight our team as we walked off the field. This was just the beginning of what was going to happen between us that year. Basketball is an even bigger sport than soccer, and the game was played at our gym. The stands were packed with fans of both teams, the bright red of Hampshire Regional and the dark maroon of my school, East Hampton High. With the schools only a few miles apart, many of the students knew the players on Hampshire Regional's team. Needless to say, many insults were thrown around for the entire game. We won that game, but the next year did not disappoint for the 2 schools' rivalry. We met again on the soccer field in the fall. This year, the game was played under the lights, but the field did not have separate bleachers for the fans of each side. Halfway through the game, a punch was thrown and the fans almost collapsed from the fighting that ensued. We aren't allowed back to that field anymore. Basketball was a much cleaner game by the fans. The only things that were thrown were expletives. When neighboring schools are only a few miles apart with kids from both towns going to the other school, something is bound to happen. We're not bad neighbors, but we do love to hate each other.
Part 3. People of the 14th floor. Today I'm here with Chenji Gao, who is easily the representative of the 14th floor. So, Chenji, what is it like to live on the 14th floor?
It is very exhilarating, like riding a roller coaster, a big long one.
A big long roller coaster.
Yes.
Okay. What problems do you have with the 14th floor?
Sometimes I feel a little bit uncomfortable
Why?
because some people are a bit too open about their bodies for my comfort.
Alright, well, we don't need to go into any more detail.
Can I swear?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
How often do you visit other people's rooms?
Like on our floor?
Yeah, on our floor, because it's the 14th floor is the best floor, right?
No,
What?
just kidding. I
Alright.
visit a lot of people's rooms every day.
What do you do? Do you do homework with people?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
Is that it? Like, what else? What activities do you
We
do?
watch movies. We watch television. We play games.
Shinji, do you get along with people on the floor?
Yes.
Do you pull pranks on people on the floor?
No, I do not. I wish I did, because that would be funny.
Okay. I have a serious question to ask you.
Okay?
Did you or did you not steal all the paper towels on the floor?
They were not stolen, in fact. It was knocked off, and the remains of the dispenser was cleaned up by the custodial staff. Why don't we move on to the next question?
Okay. Would you consider a floor to be clean?
Yes,
We have family dinners quite often, don't we?
exactly. Maybe like once a semester. That is pretty often, I think. Yeah, pretty often, I'd say.
What do you think of people that live in the quad?
They're very nice. Coming back from class, they'll give me an ice cream.
Okay. Just an ice cream?
Yes,
Okay.
and a pat on the back.
This concludes this week's episode of This Umass Life. Neighbors aren't only referring to people that live next door to us, but rather they could be anyone. They are part of our everyday lives and affect us in many ways many people can't. And without them, we can't live life to its fullest potential.